how then? What do you see like this kind of like common pitfalls or things that you should avoid or just skip regarding the VDC engineers skill set that you should have?
Well, I think the biggest pitfall is not being able to focus on the right thing. So the industry right now is kind of saturated with so many different software tools and methodologies that you could get lost in just pursuing the next thing, right? The next new software. So I think the biggest pitfall is not understanding exactly what you're wanting to get out of the process. So, and you see this a lot with visualization and virtual reality, augmented reality. A lot of construction firms will go down that rabbit hole of virtual reality and augmented reality when that's more of something that should be in the architect and engineer's wheelhouse, right? The architect should be the one managing the virtual reality and augmented reality. And construction firms should place that on the design firms. And the construction firms should focus more on the VDC, of turning the model into something that can be built. Because the architect is in charge of what the building looks like. The construction manager is in charge of building the building on time, on budget, and that's what VDC is all about. So I think the biggest pitfall is you're in an industry and you get sidetracked by a new software that you think is just nifty, and it takes you off base of what you're actually trying to achieve with the software.
Yeah, definitely. It's yeah, I think every construction company who has got into this digital tools have experience with VR and AR, and the end result has been that it's nice to watch, but there's no value in it, at least yet.
Yeah, I mean, with augmented reality though, there is a bright future for construction firms, because imagine being on the job site, be able to see underground piping after the concrete slab has been poured. I mean, that's a lot of value right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's sitting there.
Definitely, and I think that's a bit different thing as like all this laser scanning and drone point cloud production. I think all these scanning abilities will make this kind of like, so with the phone you can see where's the cables and such behind the wall or inside the ground. But then the AR itself, like I think it still requires more hardware technology to improve, because the location is crucial. Like otherwise, if it's just visual and it's not millimeter or centimeter accurate positions, then just having a checklist and marking which are done or such, it doesn't like serve the audience on the need that they have.
Right. Yeah, I mean, one use case was, so several years ago I worked at a university where they did a lot of concrete cutting. So they would cut through the floor slab in order to install the drain or maybe to install new piping. Well, they would pay thousands of dollars to have a service come out and scan through the floor to detect if there was piping underneath, right? And this is pretty common. Imagine if you just had, your iPad and you had an AR application and you had the building information model. You could just look at the room and see if there was piping under the floor. Now, obviously, that it kind of depends too on how accurate the work was put into place. So that's another hurdle that would have to be overcome, is we need to have technology that allows construction managers to actually confirm that piping and things have been placed where they were modeled. Because a lot of times what happens, especially with MEP modeling, is that a really nice, highly detailed model was developed, but then when it gets put in the field, the people installing it just end up putting it wherever they want anyway. So
everyone knows the end result. It's never as designed, but close enough.
Right.
But
right,
yeah,
so
please say sorry.
We also need technology to confirm that things were placed according to the model. especially as models become more intricate and more detailed. We need that quality control of, like what you said. A pipe needs to be placed within a centimeter or millimeter of where it was designed to go. So.
Yeah, definitely, and it's interesting. Like I think the AR itself, I don't know how many tens years it needs, but has a lot of potential to bring all the data front of you instead of visiting to the site office and reading papers or opening documents on computer. But you just could be on the site and make decisions and really focus on the work that is the most crucial to get the project done, and all this information management or such is not anymore a big problem. There's quite many many hoops to jump to, but I mean, yeah, the value is there in the end though.
Right.